BCS was started in 1985 by a gentleman by the name of Ken Stoppel. Ken worked for a competitor of ours. One day, he was at his customer site and asked the customer if he was to leave and go represent a new brand, if they would follow him. Well, that customer went and told Ken's boss, and Ken got fired that day. His friends came over, right? They talked through it, and he just decided he was gonna go for it. So he started BCS on a 6-pack and a dare. So he hired a few service technicians. He landed a really big project that he probably was way too small to have landed, but he gave excellent customer service, communicated with the customer, and took really good care of them, and they're still a standing customer of ours. That's how BCS started. It stayed small for a long time. It stayed tried and true, few customers, few employees. He wanted legacy, he wanted a foundation, he wanted to be remembered in the community for giving excellent customer service and giving a great place to work to his employees.
We were growing pretty exponentially, it seemed like, year over year, and we decided we needed to get to a different organizational structure to support the growth.
I came in right at the start of a culture shift. We had to encourage people to follow these new guidelines, and it was difficult for some people. James led the way in that this is who we are, this is how we talk, this is what we stand for, and either get behind it or get out.
James is larger than life. He's a big personality. He wants people to do good. We were discussing as a leadership group just making some structural changes to position us better for the future. And my feeling on it was, well, we're not really there yet. I wasn't sure of the timing, and James was very much, well, that's where we need to be. Then just go ahead and do it. I think a lot of that, the drive, James's sense of urgency is completely off the chart.
Last year, we had all of the employees put a couple words into a word cloud to describe what they felt like BCS was. And I was really excited to get the information back. And what came back was the number one word that everyone said was challenging. And at first, I was bummed by it because challenging seems like such a negative connotation. And when I started asking people about it, they're like, no, I love the challenge. I love that every day is a new challenge of the customers we get to work with and solving their problems. I love that I am pushed to continue my learning. Being challenged and being surrounded by people that support you in that challenge is awesome.
Well, I think, part of what we've done over the years with just the changes from growth with org structure, on the backside of that, we've really tried to identify what drives us as a company with our core values. When we interview, we do have high expectations. You've got to be a highly motivated person. I think that feeds into how we support our customers. I would much rather be trying to figure out how I'm going to get all the work done versus figuring out what I'm going to do with a bunch of people and have no work. So too busy is better than anything else.
We've grown quite a bit at BCS the time I've been here the last 7 years. In Kansas City, we started with one small piece of an office building, and we expanded to a second location, quickly outgrew that, and now we have another location that we're expanding to. Wichita has grown quite a bit as well. The company's growing. So that's exciting to be part of a growing company. There's some growing pains in there, but it's also fun to try to help steer the direction of that as well.
We have tried different divisions. We have started divisions and closed divisions, and we tried to be very sensitive to, even though it seemed like a great idea, if it wasn't working, why wasn't it working? What are our roots and how do we stay true to them, but also provide everything to a customer?
It really speaks to how much BCS stands behind our customer experience because it all starts internal. BCS really understood my goals and what I wanted and custom tuned a position to help me achieve those goals. And I think that if we can treat our employees that way, we can definitely treat our customers in the same fashion.
I think the biggest part about the work culture at BCS is everyone's willing to help you. Everyone's open to learning and sharing their opinions and not feeling judged. And I think that really helps our customers because we're able to, if I encounter a weird situation, very specific application, I can ask someone, hey, have you run into this before? And they can help guide me along the way or point me in the right direction.
I think this is what Ken Stoppel wanted to do back when he founded the company is how do we create this customer experience of being buddies in a sense. It's still business and it's still professional, but it is fun to come work here.
In 2019, we set a 10-year goal to provide 100% effective customer coverage to our territory. That be through sales, through service, through engineering, through parts, all of that.
So we are expanding to a second building. So that one's getting kind of redone, renovated. We're looking through the mechanical plans and how we would like the HVAC to work and what the layout's going to be in. How do we want that to look? What's going to work for our future? So that kind of process has been fun to be a part of.
The vision for BCS, I joke all the time with James, it's world domination. I joke a lot now that we have bought the additional building. I call it our world headquarters here. But, you know, it's to keep doing what we're doing today, being a little bit better every day with how we do it, being diligent about that we always have to do the right thing. Success will follow.